Dad.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough to see that you're hurting. I wasn't sure if I should interrupt.
Well, you're here now. Come to gloat?
No, of course not. I'm happy that Hope and Liam are together, but I'm sorry that this is causing you so much pain.
I'm sorry about saying you were gloating. I was just being a little defensive.
No, it's all right. I know it's a tough time for you.
It's not like I didn't have people rooting for me.
Weren't they all?
Because Liam is my husband.
Was your husband.
Right. Right. I guess I forgot that.
Are you sure you're okay, Steffi?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm, not doing cartwheels, but I'm working on it. It was my call, you know.
Yours?
Liam didn't end it. I did.
I didn't realize.
I watched him as they video chatted, and I saw his reaction. And that's when I knew. Liam didn't have it in him to disappoint Hope, no matter how he feels for me. So I saved him the pain of having to tell me, and to let him go.
So, how much do you know about what happened?
All of it.
So you are aware that it was Steffi who insisted the divorce go through?
And I thought very selfless on her part.
So did I.
Speaks to the character of the woman.
Hey, you don't have to tell me. Steffi was one of a kind when I met her.
So why are you letting her go?
Because you know this. You know the situation, Stephanie.
Made promises.
Yeah, that I intend to keep.
That's very noble of you. Not very bright. Leaves a lot of happiness on the table, and Hope isn't exempt from that. You know, it's not really so great and romantic to find out that you never completely fill your husband's heart, because part of it belongs to another woman. This sense of obligation that you seem to have, that you have to marry Hope, honey, that's just going to set the stage for a lot of misery.
What was that?
I said Dad.
Right.
You're going to be my father-in-law soon, and I'd like to call you Dad.
You don't seriously plan on calling me Dad, do you?
Just thought I'd try it on for size.
Well, it doesn't fit.
But I'm glad that you could get over your aversion for me to stand up for Liam. You're a good father to him.
You sound almost wistful.
I do.
You and Ridge in a fight?
You know, Ridge is just in a really tough position. I know he loves me, but Steffi is his biological daughter, so it's only natural that he'd side with her.
I thought Ridge prided himself on being Mr. Neutral.
He is. He was. I mean, as much as he could be until he got to a line that he just couldn't cross.
Which was?
I wanted him to design my wedding dress. He turned me down.
That had to sting.
A little bit.
I imagine it was more than a little.
Ridge has every right to support Steffi. I even gave him an out. I told him that he didn't have to walk me down the aisle or even come to the wedding if he didn't want to.
And you okay with that?
Wouldn't love it. Every girl who dreams about her wedding sees her dad giving her away. But I don't need it. I can get to Liam under my own steam. Ridge isn't even my biological father, so. But anyway, that's all irrelevant because he is going to Italy and he is going to take part. And I think that you should join us on the Forster jet.
Yeah, Liam already asked. But I have a long-term investment opportunity that needs my immediate attention.
Okay, well, you can work on the plane. I mean, I think it's kind of silly and a little wasteful for 5 people to take 2 jets to Italy.
Don't try to convert me into a tree hugger, Hope. I do things my own way.
Okay, look, I came here because I wanted to reach out to the man who's going to be my father-in-law for the rest of my life. I am not a horrible person. If you got to know me, you might like me. Maybe even love me.
You're marrying my son, not me. If you're Liam's wife, of course I will be civil and we will endure the dutiful events. But don't expect more than I can give.
I am sorry if I underestimated you, because in the end, you did the right thing.
My grandma doesn't think so.
Really?
Yeah, she says I shouldn't give up on Liam.
Well, don't listen to your grandma, because clinging to a fantasy is not the best advice.
You can't marry Hope while you're still in love with Steffi. She's a much better partner for you. She'll help you. She'll help you climb this ladder of success that you seem to want. You have your whole future ahead of you. How are you going to handle business associates that, wondering why you spend so much time peeling your wife off the ceiling?
You sound like my father, and you're just as wrong.
No, I'm not. When Hope runs into problems, she self-medicates.
No, not anymore, Stephanie. She conquered that.
You don't know that. You don't know that for sure. She's an iffy proposition. Steffi, what you see is what you get. Leah, what? Don't spend your whole life doing what's expected of you. Don't make decisions based on somebody else's happiness. Take care of your needs, your wants, what you really desire. I think if you had your druthers, you'd marry Steffi again.
I'd still like to make peace. Can you work with me maybe just a little bit?
If I were to say yes, that would be disingenuous. And I know you consider honesty to be a virtue. So allow me to be crystal clear. Confidence, sophistication, mental stability. Those are the qualities of a Spencer woman. The kind of woman that I would celebrate my son marrying, that I would welcome as my daughter-in-law. You possess none of those qualities. In fact, you would be a never-ending liability, and I don't want you in my son's life. But I don't get a vote. So I will be at your wedding, and I will have a big smile on my face, and I will even pay for your honeymoon. But don't expect me to be your new daddy, to all of a sudden love and respect you. That is earned, and you haven't.
Okay. I thought if I came to you with an open heart, there's an empty space in my life right now where a father should be, and Ridge isn't exactly filling it lately. I just thought. Maybe you'll be more receptive down the line. I'll try again. Hey, you got a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I'm tired, Steffi. I'm tired of the constant battles. Me against you, our parents on either side. It's gotten to the point, where Ridge didn't even feel comfortable designing my wedding dress.
Well, he's caught in the middle.
Yeah, I know. And that's exactly my point. I mean, I've considered him my dad my whole life, and now I'm getting married and he can't even be happy for me. I think it's so wrong the way our families have been divided. Over love, no less. Something that is supposed to unite us. Don't you miss it? I mean, don't you miss being a real family?
Oh, we were kids. I can barely remember what that felt like.
It was supportive. And it was nurturing. And it was fun. Steffi, we used to laugh all the time. We had each other's backs, and that's something that I want again. For all of us, even the Spencers, including Bill.
Good luck with that one.
I know, I just came from seeing him, and he's not my biggest fan, but, I'm gonna be Liam's wife. And I've got to believe that someday soon he will accept that. That he'll accept me.
For your sake, I hope you're right.
Well, maybe standing up for Liam will ease the transition. I really want this wedding to be a new beginning.
Nothing wrong with a positive outlook.
Yeah. And that brings me to why I'm here. My mom is going to be my matron of honor.
Sounds right.
Steffi, I'd really like you beside me. Will you stand up at our wedding?
You're an honorable young man, maybe too honorable.
Is that even possible?
Yes. When you allow people to bamboozle you into a marriage that isn't right for you, why don't you just stop? Take a nice deep breath. Step back. Let the relationship with Steffi have a real chance. Unless, of course, you can look me in the eye and tell me you don't love her anymore.
You know I can't do that.
Then you should not be marrying Hope.
Stephanie!
Stop it.
Does Liam know you're asking me this?
No, he doesn't. This is just coming from me. I want my whole family there on the happiest day of my life. Say you'll be there.
I can't. I'm sorry, Hope. And it's not personal. It's just... I'm just a little raw.
No, I get it. I do. I understand. And I really didn't mean to put you on the spot.
But I'm really touched you asked me.
Okay, well, if you change your mind, the offer is still open. All you have to do is show up.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same thing, but it's pretty obvious. You're here to browbeat Liam into leaving Hope for Steffi.
I wouldn't call it browbeating, would you?
Look, I know that you're concerned about Steffi. I get it. But the Liam ship has sailed, and the best thing you could do for your granddaughter is to convince her to move on with her life.
Why? He loves her. Oh, okay. I know he loves Hope, too. And that in itself is a cause for concern. Do you really want your daughter to marry a man who's in love with someone else?
Steffi, it is not my decision, and it's not yours either. Hope and Liam have waited a long time to be together and be married, and it's going to happen.
But isn't it better to avoid that whole disaster right now and face it? You know, your daughter's just an emotional breakdown waiting to happen. And now you find out she has daddy problems too, don't you? Who wouldn't have father problems if you knew Deacon Sharp?
Don't mention that name ever again.
You know, this isn't about you. The point I'm making is that your daughter isn't ready for marriage. She's not stable. I'm right, and you know it, whether you want to admit it or not.
Confidence, sophistication, mental stability. These are the qualities of a Spencer woman. The kind of woman I would celebrate my son marrying. The kind of woman that I would welcome as my daughter-in-law. You possess none of those qualities.
I am trying so hard not to be upset right now.
You can stop.
It's just hard, Bill.
For Liam, too.
You think so?
I know so. And so do you.
Are you going to the wedding?
Liam asked me to be his best man. Obviously, that creates a conflict for me. But I can't let my son down.
No, of course not. You won't believe what just happened. Hope asked me to stand up for her.
What?
Yeah, a cozy little support group at the altar. You, me, Brooke. Celebrating Hope and Liam into married life.
You have to do it.
What? No, you can't be serious.
I'm dead serious. Pack your bags.
I told her I couldn't.
Well, tell Hope you changed your mind.
Why would I do that?
Because it's a volatile situation. And things could change at a moment's notice. And if they do, you'll want to be there.
You're expecting like something's gonna go wrong.
This involves Hope, right?
I love you for that. You never give up. But it's over. Liam and I, we're divorced.
You're going to Italy, Steffy.
It'll be torture, Bill.
No pain, no gain.
You act like all I have to do is just show up. Liam will just have this miraculous epiphany and marry me instead of Hope.
It could happen, but you'd have to be there, wouldn't you? Look, you are wasting precious time you don't have standing here arguing with me. Now pack your bags and get to the airport.
I'm sorry, Bill. I'm bailing.
I'll take care of the bail.
What?
Nothing. Steffi, get to the airport. Get on that plane. You have a wedding to get to. Do not let me down.